gonna do a little instruction video today. I'm gonna have Chris demonstrate what to do and what not to do for deadlifts. So first we're gonna show conventional, and then we're gonna show sumo for those individuals who like to do conventional and those individuals who like to do sumo.
Sure. So conventional deadlift is the easier one to learn out of the two of them. The biggest thing you want to do is try not to overcomplicate it. It's a really simple couple of steps. So the first thing you want to do with your feet placement, it's a little different for if you're a little leaner or if you're a bit bigger. I'm more of like a leaner, lankier built, so I'll take a bit more narrow of a step or stance. A good cue for this is wherever you would want to do a jump or like a backflip from is where your feet should be. So you got your feet placement. This is about where I would want to jump as high as I can in the air. The bar should cut your foot in half. You don't want to be set up too far away nor too close. So the bar is going to cut my foot in half, just like there. This is where I would jump from. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my grip. I pull with the double overhand grip. So come down here. You want to give yourself maybe about a slither of knurling, really not too much. So your hands are going to be right about there. You don't want to go too wide nor too close. Give yourself some knurling, but you're only going to give yourself maybe a ½ inch of knurling on each side. All right. The biggest thing you want to do with this is you don't want your arms to go slack, and you don't want to yank it off the ground. That just causes really bad positioning, and you can really hurt yourself doing that. So when you do it, you just want to act as if your elbow doesn't bend at the joint. So you want to keep your arms nice and long. Once you have that synced in, you just want to rotate your elbows back. And that's it, just like that. You'll take a big breath, rotate them back, and you're going to sit down and push. So again, take a big breath, rotate them back, sit down, and push. You want to push with your legs like you're trying to push the floor away. So you're pushing the floor away and driving your head back into the wall behind you. You don't want to be looking up at the top. You just want your neck being packed towards the wall behind you and setting it back down. You don't want to hyperextend, but you don't want to be over here. You should be square, so your shoulders and hips are all in a line. And that's just conventional.
Could you also explain how to lock the lats?
Yeah, so locking the lats is just that elbow rotation is all that is. It's, if you look at it from a side view, if I'm here and you rotate them back, you can already see how my shoulders come up, my shoulders go back and down, and my chest comes up. So instead of being here, you're here.
He's going to show you how to tighten the lats, and then he's going to pull it up. There you go. Perfect. All right, so right now we're going to show you how to do sumo for those individuals who like to do sumo, what to do and what not to do. All right, so go ahead and show them what to do.
Sumo is my preferred way of pulling. What I like to do with sumo is a bit different than a conventional pull. Instead of your legs being out here, your legs are going to be outside. I don't like to go super wide, mainly because I'm not super mobile, but it's a bit more of a comfortable spot for me. I can push a bit more with your quads. Same thing with conventionalism. Sumo is a push and then a pull at the top. So what I'm going to do up here, I'm going to reach down, grab the bar, same way, nothing different. I kick my hips up, that way I feel a nice stretch in my hamstrings. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my air and pull up on the bar at the same time. This creates tension between you, the floor, and the bar, which is what gets the weight moving. So you're taking a big breath, the bar is going to come up, I have to slack out, I'm going to mash my hips and push.
So we're going to show you guys what it looks like from the side view. So he's going to get his feet set. He's going to bend down, he's going to get his air. Boom.
Now you'll notice, if you're getting tight enough, the bar is going to come off the floor without you even having to initiate a push. That's what's creating your tension and your torque. So I'm not going to do a full rep, I'm just going to show you what that looks like. So I'm going to get so much air, and I'm going to brace so hard that this bar naturally comes off the ground. So if you're looking at me and the plates, it would look like this. that's without initiating any pull. That's just getting tight.
So just look how he explained how when he gets tight and he comes up, the weights just lift up. Boom. Like that. All right, so since you've been training for so long and you also been helping other people, what are some things that you see people do that they should not do, that they could injure themselves or that you see too much of?
The biggest one that I see is people rushing it. So typically what that means is their feet are way off, or they just like charge the bar and just like animalistically get down and rip the bar off the ground is the biggest one. Is gripping and ripping is the biggest mistake that I see, at least. Gripping and ripping is a great way to tear things. It's a great way to get injured, and it's a great way to put yourself out of position and miss the lift. So that's really the biggest one, is positioning and being patient with the lift.
You would say basically the main important things. Also, I would also say form. Form is a big thing. So when starting out deadlifting for the beginners, amateurs, intermediate, whatever you are, do not ego lift. Work with a weight that's comfortable with you, and pull that, because you don't want to get injured. You don't want to tear a bicep. You don't want to pull a hamstring. You don't want to do any of that. Just because your friends can pull this weight and you can't pull that weight does not mean that you have to pull that. Work with what you're comfortable with.
Yeah, you're working within your own limits, and that's okay. You push those. It's definitely a marathon, not a sprint. That's kind of the biggest cliche you'll hear, but it holds true for sure. So the longer you can be in this game, the more you can make gains and the bigger your numbers can get. So that goes for powerlifting, bodybuilding, anything that you do is just longevity and being patient with it all.
So maybe some tips or tricks that could help them?
No tricks are really, I don't really do anything too fancy. Just learn technique, find a program, stick with it for longer than 3 weeks. 12 to 16 weeks is the best way to do it. So you take your time, learn the proper technique. If you have questions, ask. If you're still not getting it, hire a coach. Invest a little bit of money, hire a coach, have them show you how to do things, or just ask questions. There's a lot of content out there, so find it, watch it, and just actually listen to it. That's really the biggest thing. That's what I wish I did. So I wish I had a cool, crazy hook for you guys, but I just make it super simple and to the point.
Exactly. So that's the best way to do it. So if you take these tips and tricks, and you actually put them to use, don't ego lift, don't overlift, get the right form, get the correct stuff down, you're not going to get injured. You're going to be in like a few weeks, your numbers are going to be shooting up. Get a program, get a trainer if need be. Also do research on the trainer, make sure the coach is legit, make sure they have good reviews. Chris is a coach, he's a very good coach, so if you guys do have any questions or anything, you can drop them in the comment section, or you guys can just get a hold of me on Instagram or social media or something, and I'll give you his information. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So
yeah.
Until next video,
Yeah. No, thanks, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate it. All right, bye. Kick it. Oh.
Hi, like
The
that.
Korean kickboxing, man. That shit is fun.